Okay, guys, Youth Baseball Midwest here, live, right here. The man, the myth, the legend. I don't know if that's true or not.
I am a myth. I am not legend. That's Will Smith. Great
Mitch
movie.
Thomas from the hitting zone. Mitch, you guys got a win over there.
We did 9-3. Struggled early. Had to figure out the strike zone a little bit. Umpire liked the ball down, so we had to make an adjustment. And when we were able to, we took advantage of not getting to strike two.
Yeah.
So was able to get on base, run the bases, create havoc, and took advantage of some mental lapse. And we have a 9-3 winner.
We are live, our podcast from Game 7 baseball here, the Midland Invitational. It's been a lot of fun so far. And joining us here is some young players from the Moco tribe. I love that. Where's Moco?
Monroe County in Southern Illinois.
Southern Illinois. You know where that's at.
I do. That's why I was getting ready to ask these boys if they go down to Valmeyer during 4th of July and watch men's baseball.
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha. Is there a specific team that you like to watch more than anybody? Are you like a Buds guy or whatever they changed their name back to? Waterloo? Millers? Are they the Millers or the Buds?
I think Buds.
So they went back to Buds.
Yeah.
They used to be the Buds. I used to play against in that tournament for a long time, and I've hit a few baseballs in the trees that are back there. And so hopefully when you guys get older, you can hit it. You guys like that tournament?
Yeah.
It is awesome. Do you guys go for the whole thing or just 4th of July and the fireworks? Gotcha.
My hitting coach is on the team.
Who is it?
James Sims.
I know James. Big James. Does anybody hit with Mike Brayman?
I did.
With Brayman? Brayman's been on our show.
I
Anybody
pitched
else?
with him.
With Brayman? You look like his son. You know his son?
Bo.
Yeah, Bo. Big boys. See how this works? I thought Moco, I actually thought that they were from like mid-Missouri. I don't know where Mo comes from, but whatever. Monroe County boys.
So we do have, who hit the grand salami here?
Guy
What's
with
your
all
name?
the drip.
Cameron May.
So Cameron, what were you sitting on?
Like down, way more down than up.
I like that, Mitch.
Yeah.
He knew what I was talking about. Did you like that?
Love that piece. Are you a lefty hitter or a righty hitter?
Righty.
Usually righties don't like the ball down. In that same game?
Yeah. He put it to him.
Over the fence or you had to run him out?
Had to run him out.
How big was the field?
Like 310.
Oh, let's go. That's a big boy field. How old are you guys?
10. 11.
Monroe County grows some big boys. I don't think I got some of my 14s this big.
So, pitching, hitting bombs. You're not. Are you trying to look to swing the ball out of the park? What are you trying to do with that? You just try.
Get on base. Yeah, get on base. So yeah.
Line drive.
I like the approach here, Mitch. I like this approach. Right?
Yeah, it's. I think we have a little change of direction. I think in the way that we kind of teach hitting. I know who their hitting coaches are. Played against James a long time. Mike Brayman, obviously, those guys can swing it, and so I know what their approach is about. It's very similar to how I like to attack baseball, and it's. You're starting to see a shift back to that versus all that lift that we had gone through for a few years. So I like that thought process because that wins ball games.
Are you guys? I gotta ask. Are you guys Cardinal fans or Cubs fans? Cardinal fans. So you got any trivia for these guys to maybe win some baseball cards over here, Mitch?
I suck at trivia.
Come on.
What, like
good.
any pop culture stuff? Like what about pop culture stuff? Like current trends? Anything? What do you like outside of baseball? What do you spend time doing? If you ask Minecraft, I'm out. I don't know. Football. We'll give you football trivia. I don't know anybody from that side of the river that made it in the NFL. We'll go. What round was Tom Brady drafted in?
First.
Anybody? No. Nope. Nope. It's like a sixth round pick or something.
Sixth-round pick.
I don't know what he was number wise.
I think it was
sixth round.
199th or something like
Something
that.
like that.
Overall. Yeah, it was ugly.
It was ugly.
Because it ugly as his body looked too. But
Went like a 5-minute 40.
Let's do this. Okay, Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
All right. In 2011.
I wasn't even born then.
That's okay.
Me neither. Nobody was.
In 2011 is the last time the Cardinals won the World Series. You guys know that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Do you guys know who the World Series MVP was?
No. Oh, David Freese.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that.
I
Got
like
the keys
that.
to the city.
See, just because you weren't born then doesn't mean you can't know some history of baseball, right, Mitch?
That's right. That's right. Can you tell me a Cardinal that also played basketball? Former Cardinal that played for the Globetrotters?
Oh,
I don't know that
This
one.
is really, really old. No, it's a really old player. He's no longer with us. He has since passed away. Just recently, maybe last year,
You're
passed
going to
away.
have to tell them because they're not.
He's
gonna know.
on the wall in left field, so he's got a retired number. He wears number 40-something. I'm not giving it away.
Bob Gibson.
Bob Gibson.
There you
Gibby
go.
actually played for the Harlem Globetrotters and even had the opportunity to play for the St. Louis Hawks. Yeah, that's why I said 40-something. I didn't want to give it all away.
Guys, way to hit the ball. Make sure you go to Youth Baseball Midwest, go to our contact page. Our upload is there. Make sure you get those clips to us, okay? So we can have them for the show on Tuesday. Moco Tribe, give us your name again?
Mocup Tribe.
No, your name.
Cameron May. Carter Riggins. Lila Crider. Leighton Griffin. Henry Vogt.
Put the mic up there.
Henry Vogt.
All right. Congrats, guys. Good luck to you the rest of the way. In the camera right there, say Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Go tell
Go
James-
over there. That young lady will help you with some cards.
Go tell James I think he's got a noodle for an arm.
Okay, I will.
See what he says. Tell him the big redheaded guy said it from St. Louis. He'll know who I am. He
Mitch,
should.
there you go. Hitting wise, right?
Yeah.
It is changing, isn't it?
I think so. I think you're starting to see coaches and parents kind of get frustrated with, seeing all the lift. And I think the specific teaching of lift, I think, there's some things that we miss. I talk about it all the time, keeping things simple.
Yeah.
Like we need to actually go back and do that again. I don't think we do enough of it.
Mm-hmm.
When we teach hitting, we're trying to teach how to barrel baseballs. Like there's not a reason that I need to teach Aaron Judge just because he hits 60 homers and he's hitting, with a high average.
Yeah.
But that's a unique player, right? And for whatever reason, we get caught in that, whether it's social media and it's content building and, all that stuff gets excited because you have 1 million followers. But at the end of the day, my job is to try to teach these kids to catch a barrel. I got bigger problems to try to teach timing versus trying to teach lift.
Right.
And realistically, we've always had launch angle. How does a guy like Stan Musial hit a ball over the fence? He's not going to hit a ground ball over the fence, right? He just hits the baseball out front.
Right.
And naturally, you get there. And it does bother me to watch some of these influencers teaching, but I also have to have respect for it.
Yeah.
Because they are out there trying, and that's what they believe in. So,
Yep.
it's more than one way to skin a cat.
Well, but okay, we go back to this question, right there. And, you got a 14-year team. We got 13s. We just talked to a bunch of 10-year-olds, right? These are the kids, though, that we're working towards and moving up through the ranks, playing high school baseball, getting to that level, playing it. And we know that in high school baseball, especially in the St. Charles County area, which is where we're at, but you go to Kansas City, you go to Central Missouri, I think Class 4 is some of the best baseball in the state right now, top to bottom. And you've got teams that can swing it, putting things in. It's tough to make your high school baseball team.
It is, and even in their neck of the woods, they're from Monroe County, and you have Columbia over there, Waterloo, Valmeyer. You have all these schools over there, big schools, small schools, that guys that we don't even talk about, Belleville,
Right.
Areas like that.
Belleville East and West.
Collinsville, you got all these programs everywhere you go. They have somebody. Edwardsville's over there. It's more, I guess, more central Illinois, I
Yeah.
guess, but. The thing for me is there's a guy everywhere, and what makes those guys the players that they are, and they're doing things a particular way.
Right.
I know that watching baseball, I think, is a lost art, but there is a lot of kids that practice a lot of baseball.
Right.
And what I've noticed is like the kids with that have gotten that high IQ, they're not making the same mistake twice. They're learning from them. Where I have like your AA level kids, they keep making the same mistake and they won't try to change anything. And I think the game of baseball, you have got to make adjustments.
Right.
And I'm starting to see that. And my job is to get these kids to the next level. I know what it takes to play in the
And
GACs.
the next level is high school.
That's it. And it's freshmen. You got to make your freshman team. I think a lot of these kids will, because, you're going to have, if you have 30 freshmen try out, you're probably going to keep 20 of them. 10 of them are going to cut themselves the first day because they don't even have gear, right? So you can count those kids out. So you're only really cutting a handful. Well, by the time you're a JV kid, you know what I mean? It starts to get a little different.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter till varsity because that's when wins matter. Wins don't matter right now at 14 years old. They really don't. I don't go out here to coach to lose.
Right.
I go out to coach to teach the game, which is a byproduct. Hopefully, if I do it well, we win games, right?
But to your point, real quick, and I think this is important within this conversation, real quick, because people go, well, winning, yes, but understand what results are. If you're having success as a player and you're growing to that, you can't guarantee wins. Wins are not guaranteed because the other team's playing, the wind, a ball drops. Especially in baseball, the variables get kooky in baseball. And so you can't guarantee. All you can do is guarantee, or all you can do is control how well you can play in a moment.
Yeah, think about this. We're playing on natural surfaces this weekend, which this is a beautiful park up here at B.M.A.C. So hats off to Bridgeton for doing their job. But we're, game 4 or 5 of today?
Yeah.
Look at the field. You get a hot shot to the shortstop, and it takes a bad hot.
And it's a little softer, so it's a little bit easier in that respect.
Yeah, but the field's chopped up.
Yeah.
All kinds of cleats running through.
They're not dragging it every time.
Right, I'm not making fun or poking fun.
No, none of them do.
But if it takes a bad hop, and let's say it's a tight ball game, and it takes a bad hop and 2 runs scored to walk a team off, that's a loss that, maybe you make that play on turf or a skin field that's manicured. And, you don't want the player putting their head down. So
Right.
baseball is hard. And so the wins and losses, I think, as a coach, they matter because that's not what I don't coach for that. I coach for the development side. So when that kid gets his head down, I got to go over to him and say, hey, think about what just happened. Did you do everything you could? Yep. That's perfect. That's enough. And that's all you can really ask for. And that's my driver is next level, which is high school baseball. I'm not worried about college. But these kids tell me they want to play college, but they don't know simple cuts and relays.
You don't even know if you're going to get significant playing time on your freshman team.
Typically, the head coaches of the varsity levels would be like, make sure everybody's getting playing time. I did that for Coach Zare at Timberland. I started 3-8, and I went up to him and said, I'm going to manage this to prepare them for JV baseball the rest of the year. And I started, playing my regular guys every game, and we finished 8-3. And some of those guys got their feelings hurt. There's also kids that did not play varsity baseball. And it's hard to be one of the top 18 guys.
But that's the thing, and the opinions held by the YBMcast podcasters are not necessarily those of Game 7 Baseball or our sponsors. And I want to make sure, because people get no, this is Mitch and I talking about. This is what we're talking baseball, and we're coming to the culmination of the end of high school baseball, and we're starting to see the teams that are at the very top, talented teams, guys with deep rosters.
Yeah.
You're going to see the teams that are the betters. You might get the outlier here and there that has a big arm, wins a game.
Especially in some of the districts we have,
because
some of them
district,
are. Yeah.
But in the end, you'll probably see those teams. Okay. But that's the difference here. That's what you get. And as you're getting to high school, if you want to be part of those teams, that's when the results begin to matter. It's not that you don't want to walk away from a turn, and you're competing, and you should think about that. But don't get so hung up in a 13 or 14U tournament now preparing. Take that and continue to learn how and what are the small details, what are the small things that you talk about all the time. The at-bats, grinding at-bats, getting on the mound, filling up the strike zone, pitching to maybe contact. If you're not a flamethrower, pitching to contact and learning how to construct outs and get those things. What are the things that are going to help you as a player be successful into high school?
Yeah, I wonder where some of that comes from, too, because, I think a large portion of what we watch is your average athlete that is probably not going to make varsity baseball at certain schools, period.
Right.
And I think about, what separates stuff. and you watch kids that just don't want to put themselves in position to fail.
Right.
And I think when you find the kids that are putting themselves in position to fail, they're learning from them.
Yeah.
I think there's so many kids afraid, whether that is a coach yelling at them or a parent getting upset or letting their teammates down, whatever the mental side of that is. I just try to tell those kids, make it make sense.
Right.
Just, we're in a bunt defense. We don't need to practice this every day. Where are you supposed to go? Just tell the guy that's to your left and to your right where you're going, and then that's your bunt defense. It can't be that hard. I know it is. I know that you have to practice these things. So let me backtrack and say that I'm not saying don't work on it.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
But if I look at you, this is why I think baseball's universal language is hand gestures, right? Like you can go anywhere and speak with your hands. And for whatever reason, our youth have problems just talking on the field. And I think Bogard, however you say it, from Hal, the shortstop, the freshman, look at the way he plays.
Yeah.
He's been playing like that for probably 3-4 years.
Yeah. He's had to compete with his big brothers.
But zero fear. That kid has zero fear. He doesn't matter who's on the mound opposing him.
No.
And he's hitting 4-something in the conference as a freshman.
I know it's over 3.
Yeah,
so
it's
whatever that is.
That's bonkers to me, because where did he learn that? He
Yeah.
didn't all of a sudden flip a switch from 14U to 15U. He's been playing like this for 3 years.
And and that, to your point, when we put that out, put the interview out on social media, the comments about this young man from all the people that are around that have been associated with him and whatnot, you could tell what you're saying. This young man he's just one of those kids that is special in that respect. And I don't mean that other kids around him are bad, or please don't take this wrong. It just, sometimes you get that one kid, you just go, oh, right? And that's, and not that he's playing around very good baseball players, and when you see that one that just goes, oh, around very good baseball players, then you know.
Yeah,
right?
It happened for me at a House Central game the other day, that we had him at. I didn't pay attention to him. I was paying attention to Jack, his older brother.
No, his older brother is Mason.
Mason, sorry, I had him backwards. And I'm like, holy smokes, this kid had himself a game. And to my opinion, the way he played short and kind of how he managed his field. And I'm like, that's to me that is a next level kid that has this desire. And he's a smaller player, so I don't know if it was a chip on the shoulder that he created, but I mean I think that's what led me to my drive. Was people told me I was too fat to play this game, and I was like, well, let me hit a baseball. Let me run, let me steal bases, because you won't hold me on. Like, I wanted to prove everybody in the park that they were wrong, so I wanted to play a particular way. I also didn't worry about going 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Right.
I was still trying to hit it through the pitcher's forehead. Clearly don't want to hurt nobody, but that was what I was taught to hit.
That's the speak.
Yeah,
right?
I wanted to hit it through the middle of the field. So it's just, I think overall we miss competing against each other, and I think folks forget the best thing you could do is compete.
Yeah.
On a team, having 3 shortstops trying to compete for that one space or one spot. Like, I cannot stress enough how competition creates these kind of athletes.
And that goes back to what we're talking about, learning what winning is about. If you haven't put in the work, if you weren't in the gym in January, February, March, and focused, understanding what your deficiencies, your strengths, understanding how those things work, listening to the coaches, help them with the help to understand what you're doing, you can't come out on the field now and think, oh, I got to learn it now. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
It just doesn't. Because in the middle of competition, you have to be able to compete. You have to be able to take all that information over those 90 days. And when you get to April, you have to be able to apply that within the game that you're playing.
100%.
And that is where I think a lot of this has failed in that respect. We're not looking at it that way. Yeah, we go into, what are we doing in the cages? How are we getting better? What's the next step? And then coming to that place where when people come out and you go, oh, how come he didn't make that play? Or how come we didn't get that hit or whatnot? Those are factors.
Yeah, and
in the cage, applying in competition and not getting the result you want.
Yeah, I think some of that comes with self-reflection too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you look at like, okay, well, I put in some work in the off season, so I'm somewhat okay. And that's for the most part, that's a lot of athletes. But when you go out and make a mistake, why don't you go home and look in the mirror and go, what did I do to make that mistake? Like, what was I,
Right.
was I paying attention?
Yep.
And then you go, oh, I wasn't paying attention. So let me stay locked in next game.
Sure.
And I don't think we do that enough because one, I don't think enough people care.
And two, it's 8U to 14U baseball. Mistakes are going to be made.
Make them.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure I've learned from every one of them. I mean, I was a 15-year-old parent, and you could ask my daughter to this day. People will ask me if I had planned on having a child at 15, and whose right mind does that think that was planned?
Right.
I clearly did not want that, but I'm not going to look at my daughter and look at her and go, oh, you're a mistake. No, but it was an accident. Oopsies. So what do? You deal with it, right? And people ask me that stuff all the time, and I give them an honest answer, and they're like, oh, your daughter must hate you. And I'll go ask her. I'm honest.
Yeah.
And things happen.
Yeah.
So
Mistakes
adjust.
are going to happen.
Adjust.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do what you got to do. Rely on the people that support you, which are your teammates.
Yeah. You're not going to make a play. You're going to maybe not quite think through the situation like you should.
Yeah.
Those things are going to happen. You're going to strike out with 2 on in that inning with 2 outs. That's going to happen. If you haven't played enough baseball yet.
No, here's so Monroe County baseball. We talked about it earlier with the young guys here.
Yeah.
Mark Miller, who owns Miller. Sorry, I probably shouldn't do that there, but Mark, you can sponsor us. But he came into the gym the other day. And he goes, "Hey man, will you help me with pitching?" He's trying to get ready for the season. He's 42 years old, still throws low 80s, getting ready for the season. This is a guy that I cannot seem to get a hit off of. And we will still talk about a particular at-bat that I had against him with the bases loaded, and I had 1 out on me. All I had to do was hit a fly ball. I was hitting the cover off the baseball. He threw me 3 straight sliders. A get me over that I should have tattooed. But I thought he would finally throw me a fastball, which he hasn't still yet. And then he throws me 2 more sliders off the plate.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't let that bat it go. But now, when I faced him down the road, I went ahead and attacked that pitch. And I have got some hits off of him, but not as important as that situation because it was a playoff game or a 4th of July or whatever it was. It was a big game, and I failed in that moment, which we ended up losing that game. I'm not saying I did that. We still lost, by like maybe a run or 2. So, but I think about that and go, did I give my best at bat? I'll never do that again. I will lock it in and stick to my plan and just execute my plan. And whatever happens after that happens after that. And so now I train with him. So he comes in and I teach him pitching and stuff. Like we talk about pitching and pitch grips and spin. And it's funny because I can remember having at bats against him, and now I'm helping him, making sure he executes his pitches even better. So it's you never know where baseball will take you. And so take a deep breath. If you make a mistake, move on within 10 seconds.
There you go. I like it.
That's the best thing I got, man. Because if not, it won't change.
Let's do some fun stuff.
I hope that I rip like I did the other day, because I ripped some good cards the other day. I get first pack.
Get first pack.
I'm going in the middle.
You got to win today. Your team got to win today.
So I get first pack. I'm going to talk to the table. First pack. This is 2025.
You're okay. Oh, you can hear it still? No worries. Yeah, Drew said we can hear it.
I'll cut through the wind.
Got the boomer.
Yeah, I'll cut through the wind.
We got the boomer.
Oh, little Justin Steele. I didn't want that to blow away. Little green Justin Steele.
A little green, yeah.
I got an ice card coming up. Little Donovan Solano, the Padres. We're gonna go with a little batting leaders for the AL in 2024. We got Bobby Witt hitting 332. Vlad Jr. hitting 323, and Aaron Judge.
You got to get a zoom on that, Drew.
Aaron Judge hitting 322 on the year. I will tell you the one of the things that I like about Heritage, though, and I don't know if this is a SP or not because it's white like we had the other day. If you look at the back of these cards, it has everybody from 1970 to 2024, the batting leaders. I think that's the reason I got I think I got an insert. You see that?
I do.
I think we got an insert. Uh-oh.
Squirrel.
Uh-oh. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It might be one of them. No, it's not a chrome. But anyways, that's what I like about these heritage cards, because they give you information on the back of the card.
I like it. I like it.
Anyways, Tyler Fitzgerald. I got another earned run.
Oh, another one.
A little Chris Sale, Zach Wheeler, and Shota Imanaga.
Imanaga from the Cubs.
238 was Chris Sale's ERA.
I like it.
All right.
I like those multi-face cards.
Okay,
like
so I'm not going to that one. I got a little Lane Thomas for the Guardians, not the Nationals, not the Cardinals.
I like Lane
a little
Thomas.
Lourdes.
Gurriel.
Nacho Alvarez.
Nacho Mama.
What a name. You have to play baseball with a name like Nacho.
Nacho Alvarez. You ain't kidding.
Oh, I don't know what the difference of this Verlander was, but I thought maybe it was a...
It's all white. It's like the remember?
Yeah,
it's
but... Montgomery we got. No, it is actually different. It's a 25th anniversary card. So it's a little different insert.
Okay.
Well, H25.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Or I guess that's card number 22 of that series.
That's a good bust right there. I think that's some good stuff in that pack, dude.
I'm interested in the Verlander.
Yeah, that's a Giants. Is he with the Giants this year?
Yeah.
He hadn't won a game yet, though.
Yeah, he was with the Giants. He's with the Giants this year.
He's struggling. There's some struggle bus.
He is 40.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's struggle.
I'm trying to sneak a peek.
I figured. Oh, I feel that. That's pretty slick on the front side there, bro.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to start with the back.
That's where all the good cards are.
Benton Doyle from the Rockies. Brenton Doyle.
Uh-oh.
Seth Brown from Seath. Is that
Seth?
Seth, that's what I thought. I don't have my glasses on. Athletics.
Seath. He said Seath. I love it. Like, where do...
Jonas Salk, inventor of first polio vaccine. We have a Jonas Salk card. That is...
Where did that come from?
Notable Americans. That's a trip.
That's actually a pretty slick card.
Right?
Yeah, polio.
That's interesting.
Polio.
You got a bug on you. I can't get
buddy, I'm good. Play in the mud.
Jake Rogers from the Tigers.
Oh, if you're going to Bustin, at least show the people.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I didn't show him either.
You didn't show them. I'm saying.
They know who they are. Jake Rogers, nice little
I like
catcher.
that. A little Ozuna.
Marcel
Ozuna. I like that. The Braves. He's having another solid year starting off.
Nope.
This is my dad, it says on the back.
This got to be another insert.
Oh.
That's solid, dude.
Father and son big leaguers.
I wonder if that's a rookie picture.
Oh, jeez.
Throw that anywhere.
Wow, yeah, that card
that's,
just went
Matt
down.
Holliday with the Rockies. And his son, Jackson Holliday. You can take a look at that. Keep those corners nice. That's nice. That's nice.
I like this card.
Yeah, Sean Reynolds with the Padres, rookie card.
They said that he changed his hands since he got called back into the big leagues, and Jackson's lighting the cover off the baseball right now.
Sedania, Rafaela.
Yep, nice little multi-use athlete for the Red Sox. Oh, chrome card. That's gotta be, is that numbered?
Pink, Tobias Myers. That's a pink.
It's like some sort of shimmer.
137. It's a pink. I think that's the same as what they did with the chrome.
Yeah, well, it's a chrome
got the
card for
pinks.
sure. You got the chrome on this bad boy.
That's nice.
How's it not numbered?
It just said 137. It's a normal card.
Yeah.
It's just a chrome of it in the heritage box.
I like
I don't
that.
even know who Tobias is. Do you?
Nope.
So
Apparently plays for the Brewers.
All right. Yes, he does.
Name's
It's
on
not a
that
rookie
car.
card.
Not a rookie, but I like the pink shimmer or
It's
whatever,
cool, isn't
speckle
it?
or whatever they call that. I've been out of it for a while.
Well, we're getting you back into it.
Yeah. Oh, I got a White Sox rookie. That's not a great card.
White Sox rookie.
Curtis Mead, which is a nice little player for the Rays. I like that card. Johan Duran, the little closer for the Twins.
Hang on. Lauren, does he want a baseball card?
Hey, buddy.
Hook him up. Can't you just say you answered the trivia question right? Go ahead, Mitch.
You know who Evan Carter is? The Texas Rangers. You know who Evan Carter is for the Texas Rangers?
I don't know that team.
All right. You know where the Texas Rangers play? What state they play in? The Texas Rangers?
The Texas Rangers. Where do the
What-
Texas Rangers play? And what
What
state?
state?
Okay, I don't know anything about the Texas Rangers, okay?
But what state do the Texas Rangers play in?
Texas.
There you go. I
I
love it.
I'm good at sarcasm. That's the one thing I got. A little
love it.
jazz,
Oh,
little jazz
That's some
Chisholm.
cool stuff.
I got a nice little one in here. Little Chris Bryant,
His career's down though.
Isaac Paredes, and
I like
then
that.
I got
That's
a
killer one.
all-time stars, top snooze, little Mel Ott.
Oh, Mel Ott.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like that myself.
I like that.
He could run.
Mel Ott. Okay. All right. Not bad. Not bad.
I don't think this box has got my name on it. I think this box has got your name on it, Brian.
Is that right? Why
Yeah.
do you say that?
Well, because you got a really
busted the
premier
holiday.
player, and you have the purple. Oh, you got another one. Look at you.
Sonny Gray, bro.
You got both. You got both
Pinks.
pinks.
Dude.
That's
I
nice.
like that.
That actually might be a different. Is that a different color pink? I think it is. Like that's like
It
is
is.
it
Go ahead. That's almost like a fuchsia.
fuchsia? We went with fuchsia. No, it's the same.
Same?
Yeah.
All right, show the people.
Here, people. He's actually wearing the number 42 jersey here for
Jackie Robinson.
Jackie Robinson Day.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why.
Dang.
I don't know why I pay attention to that stuff. Most people hate it that I do.
Couple of pinks right there.
Yeah. Well, this is like what? How did you
Marco-
see that?
Luciano?
Luciano.
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 Oh, look at that.
Luciano.
I'll let you pop that one. What do we got? Who is it?
Oh, it's here.
Who
Short
is it?
shirts. Oh, little Ernie Banks.
Little Ernie Banks. I like
Little
that.
Cubby, Mr. Cub.
Yeah.
Mr.
that's
Cub.
a nice one. Rookie card. Griffin Connie. Oh, Conine. Conine.
That-
excuse
that-
me.
I believe
Like
that's
said,
Jeff.
I'm not wearing my glasses, bro.
I believe that's Jeff Conine's son.
Is it really?
Yep.
Okay.
Marlins hero.
A little Rosarena from the Mariners. It'll be interesting to see how he does up there.
Yeah.
Kevin Gooseman?
Gosman.
Gosman. Yeah, whatever.
Coach G actually played with him in the Orioles system.
3 rookie cards in a row. We'll see how that pans out.
Hurston Waldrop is a dude.
Is he?
Yeah.
For the Braves?
Yep.
Okay. Didn't he pitch the other day against the Dodgers?
Yeah, maybe in that 2-1 ball game I think they had the other day. I think they played one of their games pretty close. And
Gilbert Diaz with the Diamondbacks.
don't know much about him.
I don't either.
Neither one of these guys.
Angel Martinez with the Guardians. So got some rookies in there. I like the rookies. You never know who might pan out, right?
Yeah, that's why you save them all.
Yeah. Can't let the wind blow the cards away, Nick.
You guys anything big?
We're busting, man. We got a couple of pinks here. Sunny Gray pink,
There we go.
you know. And
Oh, I got a chrome. I finally got. Oh, I got something. I did get a chrome.
Little Jackson Holiday.
There we
And
go.
Hassan
you got a
Kim.
chrome?
Did I say that right? I think so.
Hassan Kim. Yeah.
Hassan Kim. I try to say it like they're the native language.
Oh, that's not the chrome though. Hassan Kim.
No, that is not the chrome. Oh, I got another father and son. I got Craig and Kevin Biggio. I actually
that's
have
nice.
this baseball card still.
I
It's
like
like from
that.
1990 tops.
That's nice. That's a good pull.
Yeah.
We got some good pulls
Remember
going
on
here,
Craig
bro.
Biggio? Hey.
Yeah,
I got
30
another.
helmet.
Oh no, that's Young Holy. Holy moly. Okay.
Justin Verlander.
I'll stop that.
Uh-oh, I feel it coming.
I got a major league
nice.
leading fireman, Ryan Helsley, had 49 saves. I don't know why they put points on there, but and Emmanuel Clase has 47 saves for the Guardians.
Sweet.
I got a chrome. That's nice. Nice chrome of Jung Ho Lee.
I don't know who that is.
JT Realmuto, he was a rookie. He's an outfielder. I think plays center field or right field for the Giants.
Okay.
And then Dalton Varshow for the Blue Jays, which the other day was on TV for making that play. Like he fell in the seat of his pants and somehow snagged a baseball. I don't know if you saw that on the highlights or not.
I'm at a field 30 days the other day. I don't get a chance to watch TV.
What about February?
We're doing good here.
Hey, February I can watch a little TV.
February, you can watch some TV.
Well, yeah.
Gotta love it.
Brian won this pack.
Gotta
lost
love
this
it.
pack.
Ooh, Bobby Witt. Gotta love.
Who also has family that played in the big leagues.
Yes. Big Witt.
Bobby Sr. Bobby. Kevin Alcantara.
You like that kid?
He can play. He got
Yeah.
traded. I forget what
Cardinals?
the trade was for.
Kevin Alcantara for the
Cubs.
He with the Cubs?
He's with the Cubs now, but he was maybe the Marlins organization got traded for somebody.
There's an underrated catcher,
Sure. I like him
Will Smith. I think he's
as a
underrated.
hitter.
I think he's underrated defensively. Do I think Barnes is better defensively? Yes. But I think he's improved over the years.
He's
gotten better.
definitely your better
His bat
hitter.
is why he's in the big leagues.
Yep.
Definitely.
He can swing it.
But I don't care, man. Any catcher at the end of the season, just the wear and tear, man.
I get it. It's for me. It's the one knee thing, in like big situations. And he let a baseball get away last year that still bothers me. I think I even texted you after it because it was when there was in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That led to a win, and I was like,
Ooh.
one knee thing.
I like these two back to back. Aaron Nola and then C.J. Abrams. I like that C.J. Abrams kid.
He's a player. Cardinals are playing him right now.
Yep.
This is a good catcher.
Jonah Heim. Yeah, with the Rangers.
Yep.
Jonah Heim is good.
He can play.
Yeah, I like him a lot. I like the Rangers. I do. I like the Rangers team.
I think it's
Marcus Simeon,
yep.
the outfield. Who's the guy in right field? Oh, gosh.
Adolis Garcia,
Yeah,
Adolis Garcia, whatever you say his name. But your boy Seeker's a shortstop.
I know. I know. That one always hurts. Gleyber Torres and Jorge Springer.
We got 2 packs left.
3.
3.
There's 3 right there, bro. There's 3.
Well, I'm pretty sure I can count. Oh, maybe I can't count.
Oh no, you're right. That was empty. He can't count. Well, I thought it was full. I had to grab it. It looked like it was still.
I think this is the first time Brian's been wrong.
No. I remember.
At least on record.
In 1998.
Oh boy, which is the year I graduated high school. Brian was like 38.
It's probably pretty close. It was the year Justin was born. Yes.
Shota Imanaga. Oh, little Clayton Kershaw.
Ooh, my dog.
Oh, I got another chrome. Drew Thorpe for the White Sox.
Does he pull a chrome?
I did.
Rookie.
Justin Henry Malloy. There's some.
I want to see who these rookies are, and then kind of see, what's coming up. Who's going to be there? Is that Garrett Cole?
That's Garrett Cole, who is famous for not covering the bag. I do wonder if he covered the bag.
If he covers the bag there, does that change that game?
Yeah.
Yes. I absolutely believe it does.
It's like Don Dinkincher play. That chrome card I have is actually of the leading fireman of that Ryan Helsley Emmanuel Class A card.
Nice.
Little chrome.
Nice.
It's another
I
nice
like the
one.
chrome piece.
Little Francisco Lindor, and then another name that is 100% big leagues. I'm going Hunter Biggie, but that's not probably how you say his name. Maybe it's BG
Probably
or
is.
something,
It's
but
gotta be.
Bigge.
He's a biggie. He's a biggie.
He's
All
in the
right, man.
biggies.
Our last one. Last one of the day.
Yeah, and I gotta go eat PB&J. Oh, you got a card in there. You got a card.
Oh, I do.
You see the card?
I'm
Can you
gonna
see
let
it?
you pull it out of there and hold on to it. Pull it. Okay.
I can tell what it is.
Sweet.
It's
I love
chrome.
Another rookie, Shea Whitcomb.
It's a green, so I think it might be a short
That is
short
a
print.
green. That is a green. Short print. $3.92. I like that. Mr. Jack Flaherty. This is 2025 too.
Yeah, so these must have come out before these guys were traded because you got Blake Snell in there.
Blake Snell and the Dodgers. Yeah, these were first run.
Yeah.
So 2 is going to be him in the where's he at? Detroit.
DB went back to Detroit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Joey Loperfido.
Sure.
Another rookie, Jacob Wilson with the Athletics. Another rookie, Gustavo Campero. He's with the Angels, so he'll fizzle out. And Matt McLean with the Reds.
Oh, buddy, this is the insert. This was the insert. Boy, them bugs they're eating us big time. It's a game used. Looks like a game used bat from Austin Riley.
What? Did we pull that?
Yeah, but it's Austin Riley.
That's okay.
It's
I
not
like Austin Riley.
I do too, but it's not
It's
Shohei.
probably not going to be Shohei. Well, no, it's definitely not Shohei. We got to show the folks.
Yeah, I didn't show the folks.
I like that. Hey, Austin Riley, though, is still Austin Riley. I know.
Austin Riley of a few years ago.
What if he's Austin Riley of a few years ago today?
I don't think I don't know. I don't think he is hitting as well as he had been in that year that they made that little run.
That's definitely one we got to give away for subscriber awards right there.
Do it.
Right?
Yeah, because we
Some subscribers.
need to do that for the other one too that we got from the last pack.
Yeah.
Because we have
We may
another
even
one.
do some of these. We got bugs everywhere. Do some of these.
Bridgeton.
We're gonna do some of this.
It is Bridgeton.
Yes, it is. We're going to do some of this. We're going to do some giveaways on the show. Get the hitting zone back. We're going to start for subscribers. Start busting. We take some of these cards, do some giveaways, some nice cards. Regardless, if you're a Braves fan and you like Austin, I'm sure that's a solid card right there.
I know I can give that to a young man that's in the facility right now. Is a big Braves fan. I know he would love that card.
There you go.
We got. They follow.
Absolutely. So that's a good box right there, Mitch.
Good box. I don't know if that you got your money back from the box, but you got some fun collector cards.
I agree.
I like that Jonas Selleck or whatever his name is with the polio vaccine.
Jonas
Salk, yeah.
Yeah, Jonas Salk.
I said Selleck. First name Tom.
I know I think the holiday Fizz Chrome would be probably a little better.
Maybe a $3, $4, $5 card, maybe. But I think that's where you're at with a couple of these. This Austin Riley's probably a $2 card. The Chromes are $1. So you make I think you got half the box back.
Mm-hmm.
But you were able to pull 2 speckles and 3 Chromes, I think. So
yeah, I like the pinks.
good,
and stuff.
good packs. Just not a ROI on this one.
And that stuff we like to come back out. We bring this back out. We look and see values and things like that because we always try to, because this stuff costs money. So when we bust it, we like to have it and have some fun. And it gives us, as you can see, the table's pretty picked through over there today. And so we'll put some of these like basic cards together with a good solid, like, you take and put a Jack Flaherty and
Team packs, whether they're
Yeah,
the
some
Giants
team
or the
packs,
Dodgers or
exactly.
Cardinals or whatever.
Oh yes, we got to do that. Thank you guys. I meant to do that. I'm glad you said it. I got to give a shout out to Mark over at Baseball Plus over on Mid Rivers Drive. If you want to go to some baseball cards, because he hooked us up with some giveaways here. I appreciate that very much because we've been going in there. This is where we're getting our cards for the most part.
He's at like Mid Rivers in Mexico, right? Like
Yeah,
right in that area,
yeah,
right
just
behind the
east north of
Starbucks.
Mexico. If you go, it's right across the street from the Aldi.
Yep.
There on Mid Rivers, just north of Mexico. And Mark, he's been great. And with this stuff, some of those packs he gave to us, and we appreciate it very much. And the kids have been having a great time busting cards and giving out cards. And so if you're into baseball cards or any kind of sport, go over and see Mark at Baseball Plus. Okay, boom, there you go. I like it.
I like it.
Yeah, because it was really cool what he's done. I appreciate it.
No, it's awesome. It's about the kids anyways, and trying to get baseball cards into kids because I think there's a lot to be learned from reading the back of a baseball card.
Well, you saw it. History. The one kid, he had some.
Yep.
And we met up some kids, did some trivia today. Kids that knew, kids that don't, and that's okay. It's not like these kids.
You're
are
not
born.
required to.
No, they're not required to, but you can see the kids that really enjoy the game as a fan too, because they're watching it, they're learning it, they can answer those questions.
Yeah, and just because you watch baseball or play it or collect baseball cards doesn't make you a better baseball player. That's why I'm not saying that anybody who collects and reads the back of a baseball card is sudden the best in
what
it.
it does
But
do is when you're answering baseball trivia, it helps the team and they get baseball cards.
yeah, and for me, I think it's piquing interest, right? It's staying invested into the game that you so-called love. So
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
I like it.
Oh, I'm not done yet, though.
Oh,
I got one thing.
Go. Floor is yours.
One thing I want to say is it is early May 10th. Happy Mother's Day tomorrow to all of our mothers out there. And can we wait on posting tryouts until at least mid-June?
Oh, we were going to talk about that. I'm going to do a full podcast.
Oh, we're going to do that?
On that.
Oh, perfect.
Heck yeah.
Then that's a precursor for that conversation. So we'll take all your notes and stuff and arguments, and we'll talk about them.
But that's a good preview to that. No, because we're going to have this conversation.
Let's do it.
The hitting zone. We're going to get the podcast. We got to get the podcast rolling back again, and that's why I wanted to do that and kind of talk about that today. But
perfect.
That's a good segue into that.
Look for it, because I will talk about it.
Yeah, it's going to be a good conversation, and I think it needs to be talked about because we talk about competition. It's still May.
We're not even through high school baseball. Sorry, I'm complaining.
You're not. We're not. The kids haven't finished high school baseball. I agree. So.
Well, then thank you. So I'm gonna go eat my PB&J, my Uncrustable.
You gotta get.
I gotta even get the lineup cards. We got Theismann's Midland team.
Mm-hmm.
I coached his kids at Timberland, so I got family ties there with Theismann, and then actually John Miskevich, who plays on that team. Yeah. I had coached his sister, so another day at the park and get to see friends.
Coach White out there, they got to win early on.
Yep.
So you got some teams out here you're going to have to compete with to get to that.
I want one of the top 2 seeds, and we got to go take care of business here against Theismann, and we got a young man that I'm excited to watch. We had to get some help this weekend because we had some kids that are in some band competitions down that we got 3 kids playing down at Camdenton with us from Lake of the Ozarks. 2 important players, but this was something that I think is a big deal for them to go to, and they needed to compete in this competition. Yeah, it's a youth band, and it's just a game. So we'll see you next week, buddy. So we were able to get some kids in. I'm excited to watch this young man play. His name's Kenny Duncan.
We're going to be down at Branson next week.
I will not.
Armed Forces Day Classic, just an FYI.
I'm off that weekend.
We won't see Mitch. So he's going to be hunting or...
I'm going to the Bourbon Lodge.
Oh, there you go.
And there is a lot of...
bourbon?
Shell casings that will be spent. Tannerite.
There you go.
There's going to be... I'm not involved in this. I want to keep my fingers, so we'll let them light the fuse. But I'm going to go fishing. I'm going to get sunburned and having a good adult time.
There you go. Enjoy it. Take a weekend off, right?
Yeah. See you, buddy. I'm going to eat.
Everybody, thanks. Appreciate you tuning in. That's it from the ballpark. Later today, make sure you check out our Saturday at the ballpark, our interviews, all the stuff going on from today. We appreciate it. Remember, tomorrow, tune in. We got our 14U championships. We're going to do the Open down on Field 1 this week. So tune into that. Tuesday, Game 7 baseball wrap-up. Make sure you get your video clips in. You got highlights. Got to send them to us for the wrap-up show, Mitch.
Don't ask me.
Well, whoever your dude is, get them to me.
I don't even know if we have a video
thing. You got it.
I don't do that stuff, buddy. Listen, there's a time and a place for all that. It's not for me.
Everybody have a great day in the Lord. All you pitchers, keep throwing strikes, and hitters,
hit them where they ain't.
We'll see y'all next time.